BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the campus of University School of Jackson in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm Dave McCulley. This afternoon with softball, it's the Lady Bruins taking on the Lady Rebels of Tipton Rosemark Academy out of northern Shelby County. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of this game today without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. In the booth today with Paul Schulte and Alyssa Thatch, and good to see her back with us. And she's a grad student over at Union. And, of course, Paul is the executive producer and director, owner, the CEO, the CFO, and everything with Worthy Road Studios. This game being brought to you today, the BallGame Blitz. And, of course, Worthy Road Studios not only makes USJ softball and baseball happen, they make also all the ball games, make it happen for you to watch too on TCA, Union, and Jackson Christian. Speaking of Jackson Christian, USJ baseball, the middle school will be over at that game was originally scheduled tonight. That's the middle school championship. That game will be at 6 o'clock this coming Friday, so keep that in mind. Glad you're aboard this afternoon. Let's tell you right off the bat, without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to be with you this afternoon. So let's give them a quick plug here. Jackson State Community College, Jones Chevrolet, Blacksmith Restaurant, Thompson & Smith Insurance. They've been a long-time supporter of USJ and other schools. Aloha Pools, Jackson State Community College, Elite Dental, Carlock Nissan, Mitchell's Body Shop, McCoy's Heating and Air, Kaufman's Furnishings and Appliances, Erickton Funeral Directors, the Bank of Jackson, Keene Jewelers, Dynamics, H&M Construction, Great American Sports, Red Hook Restaurant, Carlock Prestige, and Fleet Feet. So let's keep all those folks in mind and let them know that you enjoy not only USJ softball, but baseball, soccer, you name it. We cover it for you here on the BallGame Blitz on Worthy Road Studios. Again, Dave McCulley with you this afternoon. We'll be soloing it today. The Bruins coming in 10-4, and they are second in the district. They win that or finish second as a result of Jackson Christian yesterday. Jackson Christian, we were with you, gave you the starting lineups, went over the senior ceremonies, but little lady, Miss Kimry, one of the pitchers for the folks from Fed Academy, was hit in the pregame, hit in the head with a softball, and that sounded really tough, and it was, but thank goodness she was not injured badly, and they did the, concussion protocol, and they were unable to play yesterday. Only two pitchers for Fed Academy, so they decided to forfeit the game. Therein lies the Bruins finished second, and Jackson Christian wins the district tournament. Tipton Rosemark coming in today, and we appreciate Johnny Sanfantello getting us the information on his team, his roster, and his starters, and the Lady Rebels coming in today here to take on USJ. Let's go over a couple of starting lineups for you, then we'll take our first break. First of all, the Bruins will lead it off with a shortstop, Hayden Ayers. No seniors on this team, so no senior here today. She's an 8th grader, an outstanding player. Remember the last time she was here, we were here, she had a home run over right field, and it was a monster blast. Maddie Polk will bat second, and she will be the center fielder, the freshman. Meanwhile, batting third will be L.K. Prater. A little bit of a movement in the lineup for Coach Ayers. He said he changed things up a little bit today. L.K. Prater will bat third, the third baseman. E.K. Elrod, who we've covered USJ a couple of times this year. She's been superb in the circle both times we've been with them. The junior will be in the circle today, and she'll bat fourth, the pitcher. Taylor Sands, just a great, great player. Moving from third base over to right field tonight. And the junior, an outstanding bat. A lot of colleges looking at her. Meanwhile, Abby Brown, the second baseman, she will bat sixth. Ella Golden will bat seventh, the first baseman. By the way, Brown will play second. Lauren Raines will be the catcher today, so a little bit of a change there. And M.P. Redden will be the left fielder, and she will bat ninth. You look out and you see the great shot that Ms. Thatch is giving us here, and you see E.K. Elrod, the lefty, and she'll be out there warming up. And the Lady Bruins taking some infield and outfield practice right now before we start the game. The Lady Rebels coming in today. Brooke Harrison will be the shortstop. She'll lead it off for the visiting Lady Rebels. Lola Sprinkle, the second baseman, will bat second. The center fielder, Caroline Jones, will bat third, number 26. Meanwhile, Lainey Howe will bat fourth, the right fielder. Batting fifth in the lineup, the first baseman, Neely Grantham. Batting sixth will be Addie Thorpe, the designated player, wearing number 25 today. Allie Willis will bat seventh and be the catcher. Emma Ussery will be the shortstop. and she will actually, she's going to be the pitcher, I should say. Usry will be the pitcher in the circle today, and she'll bat 8th. And the third baseman, Noman, will bat 9th, the third baseman wearing number 35. So we get ready for the starters here. And stepping in for Tipton Rosemark, I'm not sure what happened to our PA and our music guy here today, but I guess he'll be here in a minute. But we are getting ready to bring you this one. So we'll get that commercial break in just as soon as we can. And E.K. Elrod on the mound, the lefty, or in the circle, I should say, for the Lady Bruins. Here's the first pitch of the game, and it's high, ball 1. One of those scoreboards, you'll have to depend on me today to keep up with everything here. You see a great shot from the center field fence there. Paul was out putting Paul Schultz, our producer and director. Here's the next pitch, and it's high again. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 count to lead it off here will be Brooke Harrison, the shortstop. She steps in from the left field, or left batter's box, and the lefty against the lefty here as we begin the game. Here's the pitch. Outside and high, so 3 straight out of the strike zone for E.K. E.K. Elrod. The E.K., of course, we tell you before, we cover them. Emma Kate. Here's the next pitch. That's a strike. Yes. Good fastball right down the middle in the heart of the plate. So it's 3 balls and a strike. Underway here at the Lady Bruins Stadium on the campus of USJ. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That ball is driven out to right field and back. Chance he's not going to get it. It's going to go to the fence. And Williams is going to round first and go standing up into second base with a double. 3-1 count, and that's what you get sometimes when you fall behind in that count. EK knows that. Shaking her head at the catcher there and said, yep, got behind, and it cost her that time. So there's a leadoff double for Harrison to lead off the game. Well, EK had to come right at her and gave her one right down the heart of the plate. Now stepping in, another lefty, Lola Sprinkle, the second baseman. So 1 on, no one out. We're underway here in this first inning. EK peers in and delivers. High and outside ball. That shot that Paul and Alyssa have from the center field fence is just superb. You get a great look at the pitcher and the batter and the catcher there in this case. Lauren Raines. Here's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Had her lunging for a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1-1 count, 1 on, no one out. Lady Bruins, second in the district. Tipton Rosemark trying to move up in the district a little bit with a win here today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that ball driven out to left field, but it's out of play. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So EK getting ahead of this hitter after she fell behind the hitter to lead off the game. Great to have you aboard this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying and will enjoy this game this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Took a little bit off of it, slow. A little bit of a curveball, 2 balls and a strike. Nice afternoon, a little overcast. 72 degrees, can't be any better than that, Alyssa. Never 72 down in Texas except in the early morning. Here's a ball driven back, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. San Antonio area, right? Okay, all right. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, no one out. Sprinkle, the second baseman, peering out at the pitcher, and that's a nice-looking pitch. And it's a strike. Yeah, rang her up that time. It was a little bit of a delayed call, but Sprinkle trots over to the dugout, and that's the first out of the game. Here's Caroline Jones, the center fielder. Both teams look a little bit alike today. USJ wearing the white pants today. Meanwhile, when I first got out of the car, I thought, well, the Lady Bruins are wearing the pinstripes today, but it's actually Tipton Rosemark. No balls and a strike. EK delivers. Swing and a miss. Nice fastball on the outside portion of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big hello to Bryant Wilkerson, the new boys basketball coach down there. Logan Thompson, our good buddy, just got married. Good friends of mine at Tipton Rosemark. Here's the pitch. And dribble down the third baseline. Foul. And out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. I remember the last time we were here, we had a lot of balls driven down that left field line. Foul. So without the scoreboard operator here today, I've got to keep up with the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. You see a nice shot of EK there from the third base camera. Paul's got more cameras, and here's the pitch outside and the runner stealing. And Harrison had no problem sliding in. Well ahead of the throw. Nice throw that time by Lauren Raines, but the ball was outside and low, and she had to dig it out of there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Driven out to center field. Ayers will drift back and get it, but that's going to be deep enough to get the runner home. And the sacrifice fly for Caroline Jones drives in the first run of the game. And Harrison, who doubled, then stole third, and comes in on the sacrifice fly and the RBI by Caroline Jones. Well, that clears the bases, but a run is in, so it's 1-0. 1 run, 1 hit thus far. EK moving the ponytail back a little bit, wearing that mask, looks over to Joel Ayers in the dugout. He's giving her the pitch that he wants delivered here. Here's the pitch by EK. Foul back. To our right, and a nice crowd here. Not many people here yet at the 4 o'clock start. A little bit of an early start today. This is Laney Howe, the right fielder, stepping in wearing number 4. The great players have worn 4 through the years. I guess the first one would come to mind would be Lou Gehrig. Here's the pitch. And foul over toward the soccer field, and it takes a high bounce off the asphalt over to our right. 72 degrees, a little overcast. Must be some rain moving in the area tonight and tomorrow. So if you're going to do some outside work tomorrow afternoon, you might just get a book and read it. Here's the pitch. And just outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 in, no one on. Tipton Rosemark jumped out to the 1-0 lead. Here's EK's delivery. And it's outside again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not missing by a ton there, but that shot again. Easier for me to determine what happens when I watch the monitor than when I look right below, because you get a lot better shot or look at it from this camera. Here's the pitch. And a tad outside at high, 3 balls, 3 strikes. Runs it to the full count. Those red helmets for the Tipton Rosemark squad out of Rosemark, Tennessee, over in northern Shelby County. Here's the pitch. Swing and foul back into the screen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rosemark just down the street and around the corner from Bolton High School, where I had a lot of friends when I grew up go. We're from the Arlington area, which is not far from there. All there in the triangle there, northern Shelby County and northeast Shelby County. Here's the pitch, and it's high. And a good at-bat for Howell, who drew the walk. So a double, a strikeout, a sacrifice fly, and a walk thus far. And coming to the platter will be Neely Grantham, the first baseman. Grantham will dig in there against EK. Elrod's really been superb. You know, the game we had over Jackson Christian, she pitched well. They didn't really hit the ball hard off her at all, but wound up being a loss. But then came back here in the game we did here and really pitched superbly. It's a ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. Well, actually 2 outs on the sacrifice fly. I apologize. Grantham will step out and step back in. Here's EK's delivery. Here's the pitch. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. Beautiful field here, beautiful complex. This campus is absolutely well put together. If you haven't been out here, get in the car one Sunday afternoon. If they get the gates open and drive out and look at all these great facilities. It's wonderful. Here's the ball that gets by the catcher. That's going to be a wild pitch. It was going to be a steal by Howell anyway. She had the base stolen, but the wild pitch got away from Raines that time. So the wild pitch, she goes down to second. So a double and a steal. And now a single and a wild pitch. They've got another runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. And it's outside, and the ball gets away this time. That's going to be a pass ball that time on Grantham, on Raines. And runners at the corners now as the runner, Howell, moves over to third base. So first and third, 2 outs, 1 in. And Elrod trying to dig out of this jam a little bit as stepping in is Thorpe. So 2 walks. Raines is going to go over to the dugout. Looks like she got a new mask. No, it was a new glove. Well, here's the pitch from Elrod to Thorpe. Thorpe, the DP. Elrod's got to try to get out of this thing without any further damage. 1 in already. Here's the rock, and here's the pitch outside. And the runner faked to go to second. That was just a decoy because it was Howell. Looked like she was going to break to the plate. She had to dive back into third. She's chuckling a little bit along with Johnny down there. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch by Elrod. Driven out to second. Nice pickup by the second baseman over to first and out of there. And that's Brown throwing over to first base. So the ground out, 4-3 ends the inning. But 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Your score, Tipton Rosemark 1, Lady Bruins coming to bat here on Worthy Road Studios. Stay with us.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Well, Lady Bruins coming to bat. After Tipton Rosemark, Lady Rebels put a run across. They had 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 left. Spiced in there, too, was a strikeout. The sacrifice fly by Jones drove in Harrison and 2 walks. Well, Alyssa and Paul are enjoying the little snack. Looks like they're enjoying some health food snacks. I brought Chips Ahoy. You're welcome to have a Chips Ahoy, sir, if you'd like one, too. There you go. Look at that. That's really enticing. All right, here's Ayers to lead it off. And the Lady Bruins have a little bit of makeup work to do. They trail the game 1-0. Diamond Day with you this afternoon. Appreciate all the great sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you this telecast. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a swinging bunt, and it's going to be hit. You will not throw Ayers out at all. Ayers hitting over 400, and that's one reason why. She's got the full package, folks. Last time we were here, she had a home run and that little swinging bunt, and she's on with an infield hit. And the pitcher is Emma Usry, the lefty. That's not Usry. Let's double check that. Is that 21 or 22? We'll double check. I was told 21. Let's see. Here's a Ayers, he'll never throw out, throw the ball into center field. Nice backup by the center fielder that time. All right, she's going to be gone, the third. Well, I have Usry. They gave me that she was pitching on the lineup sheet. Okay, 22, but on the roster it had 21, I believe. It had 23. So that's anyway, we got it straight. Well, Ayers down at second. Here's the pitch. Maddie Polk up there. Maddie's had a good year. This 1-2 punch, these lefties can really do some damage getting on base with some, thank you, sir. Doing the photo ops here in the booth. Here's the pitch by Usry, and it's low. Well, 2 balls, no strikes. Brown, the lefty, or make it Polk, excuse me, with the tying run down at first, or second. The Bruins, and that's going to be ball 4. It was a 3-0 count, excuse me. Well, runners now at first and second. No one out. And a little bit of a hold here by Usry, and stepping in now will be L.K. Prater, the third baseman, just an 8th grader. So a single and a walk. Here's the Usry pitch. The lefty wills and deals. It's a bunt, and it's going to be foul. Both runners moving, and both would have made it safely to their third and second, and the ball dribble foul. Catcher Allie Willis out there telling the first baseman, let it roll foul. So Usry will bring it in with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Faking the button, that's a strike. Yes, nice pitch. Fastball on the outside portion of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Tipton Rosemark scored when Harrison came in on a sacrifice fly by Caroline Jones. She had doubled the lead off the game, and here's the Usry pitch here from Tipton Rosemark. Another strike. Struck her out. Well, Prater caught looking. So a big out for Usry with runners at first and second. Here's EK. Elrod stepping in from the right side. Throws left, bats right. Here's the pitch by Usry. Foul back. Glad you're aboard this afternoon on Worthy Road Studios. Remember the ball game Blitz. Please support our sponsors, our supporters who make it possible for you to watch the games. You can watch the USJ Jackson Christian Middle School baseball affair Friday night at 6 o'clock. I think Coach Joe's going to be doing that one, Paul told me. I'll be with Bethel softball. We have senior day at Bethel this coming Friday. Here's the pitch. Driven out to right field. That's going to hit the gap. No, it's going to be caught. What a nice catch. Runners will advance. Boy, I thought that ball was going to be in the gap. But a really nice play by the right fielder. Getting over there very quickly that time. And making the nice catch was Lainey Howell. Boy, she made a brilliant play. Fell to the grass, but held on. That's a tough catch right there on a ball that's sort of came back to her a little bit. She got a break there, but that ball looked like it was headed to the gap. And here's Shands. Taylor will step in. Outstanding player. Normally third baseman from when we've seen her pass, playing right field today. Here's the pitch by Usry. The ball, they throw down to third, but Ayers gets back in. You hear the umpire all the way up here say, safe. Usry, the lefty, looking over toward the dugout. Johnny giving her the play over there, what he wants. I'll tell you something about that in a minute. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. I was up at Bethel the other day. We were doing a game. The SID crew, my crew was working the game, and the batter was having trouble seeing what our coach wanted to call on the play when she was batting. Here's the ball dribbled in the ground. And finally, he just stepped out of the box at third, and he said, if it's close, swing at it and hit it. So it's 2 balls and a strike. Shands has got that power. Let's see what she can deliver here. Here's the pitch. Good eye. Usry trying to get her to go fishing a little bit. She knows Shands is a good hitter, and she's staying away from her a little bit. Taylor's dad's usually up here keeping the board and the PA, but not here today. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Usry. Hit hard. Down to short. Pick, throw, out. Well, Usry, credit her. She got out of the inning on the ground out. 6-3. No runs, no hits, or make it 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. Thank you, sir. We played an inning. It's Tipton Rosemark. Lady Rebels 1, Lady Bruins nothing. Stay with us. A minute break on Worthy Road Studios.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Well, Lisa says we're back, and the leadoff hitter is this time Willis, and she pops up to third base. Didn't get a lot on that. So the pop-up to the 5 spot, and Willis didn't even get a chance to announce her. Emma Usry, the pitcher, stands in, and she bats from the left side. A lot of lefties on both of these teams. Shannon from Tipton Rosemark is keeping our score here. Thank goodness for him. He came up and said he's going to watch the game. They put him to work up here. It pays big, let me tell you. Here's Usry. He knows better. Here is the pitch. High and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ironically, Shannon from Tipton Rosemark's keeping the board. Shannon Sands normally keeps it here. Taylor's dad. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the second. 1-0 Tipton Rosemark. Here's the pitch. What did he call there? Did he call that a ball? 2 balls and a strike. E.K. Elrod. It's not the governor calling. And here's the pitch. A strike. Nice play there. Nice pitch. Yeah, that's right. Dot, dot, dot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second hitter up there. Usry, the pitcher. Here's the Elrod pitch. And that's going to be popped out to left field. It gets through the gap there. And a single by Usry. Didn't hit it really hard, just hit it right where she get on there. So it's a runner at first. And 1 out. That's the second hit of the game for Tipton Rosemark. Here's Nauman up there. And she'll step in for the right side, the third baseman. So 1 on, 1 out. We're in the top of the second. Glad to have you aboard this afternoon. We had an abbreviated broadcast last night, didn't we? Glad that Miss Kimry from Fed Academy is okay. Hitting the pregame warm-ups in the head, but they had to call the game because of concussionary protocols. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be popped up to first. And under that very quickly was USJ's Golden. So all 3 balls not really been hit very hard at all. But 1 got through. Here's Maddie Watkins, the left fielder, stepping in. And outside and not even close that time. 1 ball, no strikes. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 on, 2 out. We're in the top of the second and a 1-run game. USJ second in the district as virtue of that forfeit by Fed Academy, and that gave Jackson Christian the district regular season championship. They played early in the year down in Somerville. It had been a 16-7 game, but they didn't have to even score yesterday on the forfeit. 2 balls and a strike. That one outside. Good camera shot there from that first base side. As you see, Brooke Harrison is actually the hitter. I apologize. We were trying to put 10 at bat that time. So Harrison, who doubled first time up and came in to score the sacrifice fly by Caroline Jones. Here's the pitch by E.K. Nice swing, but fouled back into the screen. First time we've seen Tipton Rosemark. This Harrison kid looks like a really good hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on, top of the second. Steps out, calling for time, a la Derek Jeter. Now she'll step back in. Here's the pitch. And that, a ball inside. Looked pretty good up here, but the umpire said, nope, that's the ball. So it actually was 3-2 count, so it's a walk. So that is the 3rd walk of the game for EK. And now here's Lola Sprinkle, who struck out her first time up. Two hits in the game thus far for Tipton Rosemark. They've got 2 on, though, and a chance to score again. They've threatened in the first 2 innings. Nice pitch. Fastball right across the heart. Sprinkle steps out. The second baseman takes a couple of shadow swings. Will step back in there. Got the pinstripes on, Tipton Rosemark does today. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tipton Rosemark, not far from Bolton, not far from Arlington, my hometown. When I grew up in Arlington, it was about 1,000 people. Now it's probably about 15 or 20,000, I guess. Got a big high school there now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Pop foul over the USJ dugout to our left. Beautiful complex here at the Lady Bruins Park. Wind blowing out a little bit toward left field. And here's the pitch forthcoming to Miss Sprinkle. S-P-R-E-N-K-L-E, just the way it sounds. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. That is the 2nd strikeout of the game, and EK gets out of a jam there, takes the helmet off. Going to talk to Coach Harris as she goes to the dugout. Well, no runs, 1 hit. No errors, 2 left. We played an inning and a half. Tipton Rosemark leads the game 1-0. Back after this. Stay with us, everybody.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oilwell Road beside Walgreens.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Welcome back, everybody. Remember that USJ softball this afternoon being brought to you in part by Jackson State Community College, Jones Chevrolet, Blacksmith Restaurant, Thompson & Smith Insurance. A lot of other folks make it possible. Oha Pools and Spas, Jackson State Community College, Elite Dental, Carlock Nissan, Mitchell's Body Shop, and more. We'll get to that in a minute. When we go to the bottom of the second, USJ down 1-0, and leading it off will be Abby Brown, the second baseman. Brown, a really solid player for USJ. USJ does not have a senior on this team. Here's the pitch. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's like Paul and I have been making sure when we asked Joel Ayers earlier, and he said, no seniors. Paul said, well, maybe we could do a junior night. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Already a really good softball team, and they're going to get better and better. A lot of youngsters on this squad, too, some 8th graders, some sophomores. Here's the pitch. Driven right back, knocked down by Usry, and she'll throw her out. No, she's safe. Well, we're going to give her a hit on that. That ball was hit like a bullet. Now, some people might say that she should have caught it, but she got a glove on it, knocked it down, but we're going to an infield hit for Brown. Brown really quick. This is a really quick, out-of-the-box USJ team. Here's Ella Golan, the first baseman, stepping in. She's one of the juniors on this team. Swing and a foul back. Runner cannot advance. No balls and a strike. Glad to be aboard this afternoon. We have some Tipton Rosemark folks watching down in Shelby County, Tipton County, and all around that area there. Here's the pitch. Dribble down to third and bobble, and then throwing, and got her. Nice play, almost coming off the bag that time, but keeping that foot down on it was Grantham. That's a nice play by Grantham. A nice play by the third baseman, too, as she knocked the ball down, bobbled a little bit, and then had the presence of mind, Noma did, to throw her out. So on the fielder's choice, runner goes down to second. But that's a 5-3 put out. Here's Lauren Range, the catcher. Stepping in to the right side. A strike. No balls and a strike. See Range stepping out. Get a shot of the USJ dugout in the background. Here's the camera shot from the center field stripe. And that ball fouled right in front of the plate. So no balls, 2 strikes. 2 lefties dueling here this afternoon. And Usry got out of the jam in the first inning. Now she's got a little bit of a jam going in this one, as USJ has down at second base Abby Brown. She was down there after that fielder's choice a moment ago. Here's the pitch. This one dribbled down to second. And a nice pickup by the second baseman. Throws her out at first. And it's 2 outs. Our first look at Tipton Rosemark, but they seem to be a pretty solid defensive team on that infield, as Sprinkle didn't have any problems throwing over to first base, to her first baseman that time, Grantham. So that's a ground out. 4-3. And here's MP Redden. Redden will step in now and foul it. Got a piece of it over toward the Tipton Rosemark dugout. Got to be alert in these dugouts if you're down near at the opening down there. We saw one earlier this year, just almost get someone down at the USJ dugout. I think it was Ayers and Brown. Here's the pitch. Usry. Nice fastball, but outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Had a little bit of zing on that thing. Got out of a jam the first inning when USJ was threatening. Can she do it here? Bruins fans are hoping not. Outfielders playing pretty well straight away and in a few steps. Not respecting the power from Redden, and that one is outside, 2 balls and a strike. Infield up a little bit at first and third, and for that matter, all around the infield. On deck is the very dangerous Hayden Ayers. Or Halen Ayers. Hayden would like to get up there with a run in, or at least somebody still on here. Here's a ground ball down to third. Scoop and a low throw, but a nice pickup by the first baseman. That's the second nice play she's made. So that put out 5-3. And after they get the runner in scoring position, some ground outs in the infield, the best friend of the pitcher there that time. No runs. 1 hit. And 2 left. Or make it 1 left. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Tipton Rosemark. Stay with us on Worthy Road Studios with more USJ softball.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Well, the lefty E.K. Elrod back in the circle and leading it off. At the top of the third is Caroline Jones, the center fielder for Tipton Rosemark. She had the sacrifice fly that drove in the only run of the game. This one popped foul, and I think it's going to be out of play. No, a nice play. Drifting over there toward the fence that time. And a nice play by the first baseman. She knew more than I knew. And that gathered in that time. And the Bruins have the first out of the inning. How about that? Nice play by Golden. So the pop out to the 3 spot. And stepping in now will be Howe. She drew a walk first time. This one popped up and drifting back near the dirt infield there where it goes into the grass. And it's a pop-up and a fly out this time to the 4 spot. Laney Howe. Talked about the defensive skills of Tipton Rosemark. Of course, we've known that USJ's been pretty solid all year as well. That was no panic by Brown. That ball, when it first went up there, I thought might find a spot right behind the infield, but Brown said, no way. Got a big smile on her face down there. Elrod now will bring it home against Neely Grantham. She walked. One of the 3 walks that Elrod's given up today. Here's the pitch by Elrod with 2 outs. Driven hard down left field line, but foul. Well foul. Lady down there doing some walking, and now she'll do a little trotting and pick the ball up. When I was growing up, it used to be if you came to a game like this, they'd give you a free soda if you retrieved the ball. Things are tight everywhere now, folks. Here's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Elrod, really a nice pitch that time. Grantham sort of froze as it floated across the outside portion of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third. USJ trailing Tipton Rosemark 1-0 in a tie game. Another minute break. Back up to this on Worthy Road Studios.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Welcome back, everyone. No one ever cares about this other than me, but we mentioned earlier Tipton Rosemark wearing the pinstripes. Well, the big boys that wear pinstripes broke a 3-game losing streak today. The Yankees finally won. They beat Minnesota 12-6 today, for you folks keeping score at home. And leading it off will be Halen Ayers. She singled one of the 2 hits that the Bruins have off Usry thus far. She checks the wristband on the right arm. Now she'll bring in the lefty with a mask and all. Here's that pitch, and it's hit down toward the first base bag, foul ball. And the pinstripes, speaking of that, USJ's wearing the pinstripes, the jerseys anyway. TCA, Jackson Christian, USJ, we cover them all along with Union. Here's a high floater, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ayers, outstanding player, great basketball player. Of course, her dad, along with her mom, are the coaches of the Lady Bruin basketball squad that had a great year. A bunt, they'll never throw out. Not even close. Don't even throw it. And a wise decision there by the pitcher, Usry, who just, if she'd wanted to, she could have taken a bite out of it. Ayers threatens to go down to second, so they have to force her back. So 2 infield hits by Ayers. I mean, Ayers just, if she just gets contact, she's going to beat it out. And that's a nice play by Usry, just saying, nope, no need to throw it away. So 1 on, no one out, and a 1-run game in the bottom of the 3rd. Nice facility here, 72 degrees on this Wednesday afternoon. Here's a ball dribble, and that's going to be a fair ball, and they'll never throw out. And Ayers fakes to go to 3rd, and that's 2 infield hits. Pope, a little swinging bunt. And it's 2 up and 2 on. And stepping in now will be L.K. Prater, who struck out her first time up. L.K. Laura Kate. So we've got an Emma Kate, a Laura Kate, a Mary Payton, and a Diamond Dave here today. Here's a ball popped up, man, out of play. Drifts barely behind the screen here. Our executive producer and director today is Paul Schulte, and Alyssa doing a great job with the directing of the cameras. Other sponsors, we got down through that sponsor list. How about McCoy's Heating and Air, Kaufman's Furnishings and Appliances, Harrington Funeral Directors, Bank of Jackson. No balls and a strike. That's just a handful of the folks that make it possible for us to be here today. King Jewelers, Dynamics. Here's the pitch, and there's another bunt. And they'll go to first, and they'll throw out Prater, but a nice sacrifice bunt. So you can go 1-3 on the putout, but a sacrifice that sends runners now to second and third. The runner at third represents the tying run, and the runner at second would be the go-ahead run. And who's up? E.K. Elrod. She can help her own calls here. So 2 hits in the inning. And 4 in the game now. Here's a strike. Nice pitch by Usry. So USJ has not got the ball out of the infield, but yet they've got 2 runners at second and third. And only 1 out. Usry trying to get out of another jam. Here's the next one. It's going to be outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. USJ's left runners in scoring position in 2 prior innings. Usry somehow has magically been able to work around some trouble. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Right into the press box here. Shannon never blinked an eye, am I right? No balls, 2 strikes. We'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Usry and Elrod battling here. Both have pitched well thus far. Usry steps back on the rubber in the circle there, and she'll bring it home on the 1-2 count. And that's a strike. A big strikeout by Usry there, and Elrod caught looking. And by my stat sheet, that's the first strikeout we'll make it second she's had today, but that's a big one there. But here's a very dangerous hitter, Taylor Shands. Taylor grounded out short to first, her first time up. Well, now 2 outs and 2 on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Coming right at her. Shands had a good cut at it, but missed it. Steps out, steps back in. Talked to Taylor briefly when she came up to the press box earlier. Here's the pitch to Taylor. Here it is. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Didn't bite that time. Wearing a, you see there on her left leg, the shin guard. Probably has fouled some off that really hurts. So she's taking the precautionary moves here. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. She just looks like a hitter, doesn't she, folks? Look at that form there. She steps back in. Here's Usry's 2-1 pitch. Outside, staying away from her. A place to put her, and it would bring Abby Brown, who had an infield hit her first time up. They may sort of try to, nothing against Abby, but they may pick their poison here and say, nope, not going to give Taylor anything good to hit. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and foul down the, came right at her, though. It's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor sort of shaking her hand a little bit of a stinger there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, met her mother. Her mother's probably in the stands down to my left here. We sit back a little bit, can't see the stands here very well. Or very good. Here's the 3-2 pitch with 2 on, 2 out. Here it is. Foul. Back to the right. Nice cut at it. Taylor feeling like she should have got around on that a little quicker. So, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 3rd. USJ a chance to go ahead. They trail the game 1-0. Usry. Back on the rubber. Here's the rocking delivery, and it's driven hard out to left field. That's going to hit the gap. It's going to go to the wall. Shands is going to round second and dig in there, and Shands comes through with a 2-run RBI double. Well, again, like we saw with when we saw with Harrison lead off the game, when you get behind, that's what happens. And coming in to score was Ayers and Polk. They didn't get the ball out of the infield until that time, and Shands delivers and burns them. It's a 2-run RBI double for Shands. Now she's down at second. USJ's taking the lead, 2-1. That's the 3rd hit of the inning. Thus far, USJ has 2 runs on 5 hits now. 3 of them in the infield. Here's the pitch. Nice play by the catcher who was able to get outside, dig that out a little bit. It's Allie Willis. Catcher and can play infield as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shands down at second. She's got 2 across the board. Swing and a miss. Missed that one badly. Abby did. Second baseman. 1 of the 5 hits for USJ thus far. Here's the pitch by Usry. And pop foul back to the right. Hey, fans, don't forget, if you like baseball, how about USJ Jackson Christian Middle School Championship, 6 o'clock. You'll see it and watch it on Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz Friday. Here's a pitch inside and high, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Coach Joe Holloway will have that one. Where's Joe tonight? Is he off tonight? He's a rare night off for Coach Joe, the living legend. He worked last night. He sure did. He works every night. He and Beverly. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Bruins take the lead, though. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left. We played 3. Your score, USJ 2, Tipton Rosemark 1. Back for the 4th after this on Worthy Road Studios.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Well, Lisa from San Antonio tells me we're back. And we are back here at USJ Lady Bruins Softball on Worthy Road Studios this afternoon. Those other sponsors we did not mention. King Jewelers, H&M Construction, Great American Sports, Red Hook Restaurant, Carlock Prestige, and Fleet Feet. I've got a scoop for Alyssa. She doesn't know this yet, but I'll tell her something. Here's a pitch. Leading it off here will be Addie Thorpe. She grounded out second to first. And when Alyssa gets ready to go back to San Antonio, she's a grad student over at Union. Paul has already arranged to take her, yours truly, Mr. B, Joe, and all of us down to Red Hook Restaurant and buy dinner for us one night in celebration of the great work she's done here. No balls, 2 strikes. And it's not going to be a trade either. Yeah, here's the pitch, and that pounded down to short, but coming up with it, and a nice throw. Air's really smooth. Throw it over to first, and that was no problem at all on the 6-3 putout. Thorpe hit it pretty hard, but right at Ayers, who dug it out of there. It's been an errorless game. Both teams have played pretty well here. Allie Willis will step in. She flied out or popped up to the third baseman her first time up. Great to have you aboard this afternoon. Worthy Road Studios here in Jackson, Tennessee. Here's the pitch. Talking about USJ Sports, TCA Sports, Jackson Christian Sports, Union University. Paul does weddings. He does all sorts of things with the Worthy Road Studios. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Does funerals. I mean, you name it. We do it. Proms. I tuned in one night. Both of my youngsters graduated Peabody High School, so I watched the prom up there a little bit the other night. You had on. Great job. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that driven out to left field. Got to get down. It's going to be a hit. And getting over there very quickly is Maddie Polk, who got it in. She didn't get over there very quick. That's going to be a double, but that's going to be a single now for Willis. Ball hit pretty hard. And we may have a pinch runner. Is that what we're going to have here? Yep. And let's see who goes in. They bring in number 9, Zeta Reburn. We got a Zoe and a Zeta. A sophomore and an 8th grader from Tipton Rosemark. Sorry? Oh, Shannon, that's your girls? All right. Shannon didn't tell me his last name when he's up here. Boy, that ball hit hard, but right at the right fielder, and he gets by. He goes over the head of Shands. And the runner had to hold up at second. Now they hold her up at third. That ball looked like it was going to be caught. Shands came in, had a good break in it, but it got over her head. She did not get a glove on it, so we're going to have to give her a hit in this case. I'm a very lenient scorer, to be honest with you, but Taylor will be the first to tell you she should have caught that. So it's a double, and now runners at second and third. Here's Nauman, who flied out her first time or popped up to the first baseman her first time up. So after TCA battles back and takes the lead, Tipton Rosemark a chance to take the lead back. That's pretty good base running because both runners had to hold up. They thought the ball was going to be caught. We did too. So runners at second and third, and then Johnny had the stop sign at the third base. He said, pull it up right here. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now it's Elride's turn to try to get out of trouble. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 1-run game, 2-1 USJ, but TRA threatening. Swing and a miss. And now when she popped up to the first baseman the first time up. Well, a big at-bat to say the least. We're in the 4th in a 2-1 game. Polk playing straight away out there pretty deep. This one driven down to right, and that's going to stay in play, but it's not going to be caught. Wasn't hit high enough for the right fielder Shands or the first baseman in this case to get back and catch it. Golden. Both really good defensive players. Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Elrod a chance to punch her out here. She's had now, double checking on our strikeouts. Here's a ball that's going to get the runner home, and Ayers is going to throw it away. And the runner from second, Rayburn's going to come around and score, and she's in there and safe. Slid in. They made that play a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, but Zay was able to get under there, and that's going to be an E. Who threw that ball? Was that the shortstop, Shannon, or the third baseman threw that? Shortstop. It got under the glove, actually, then got under the glove, and then it was Ayers who threw it away. So it's going to be an error on the shortstop. Both runners came in to score, and now it's a 3-2 game. And Noma down at second base. Here's the pitch to the very dangerous Harrison. She's doubled and walked. Well, Elrod close to the runner was going to score to tie the game, even if she throws it to first accurately. But it was a wild throw to first base. Harrison faked the bunt. Now, Johnny's forgot more about softball than I know, but I would not have Harrison under any circumstances bunting. Maybe that's just a fake there that time. She looks like a good hitter. I'd have her swinging at everything. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Now, don't you TRA folks call him when he gets home tonight and say, boy, the announcer was really questioning you up there. Shannon, wouldn't you? I'd have Harrison swinging at everything. She's a good-looking hitter. No balls, 2 strikes. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Elrod brings it home high. Outside. See the runner hustling back to second there. Of all the shots that the very talented Paul Schultze puts up, the center field shot is my favorite. Here's the pitch. Hit down and foul. You just don't see that at every production. You just don't see it. I mean, you got those angles from first and third, and that's a good angle right there. But that shot from center field is great. Stop it. Here's the runner down at second. 3-2, your score. And he struck her out. Well, Harrison caught looking. Big strikeout by EK. You hear the USJ fans say, nice sway, EK. So here's Sprinkle. She struck out and struck out. Elrod a chance to get out of this without any further damage. That one hit foul down the left field line. I've got to regroup my stat sheet. Looks like a chicken got on it. Started scratching around with lead on his feet. We'll get all the hits for you when we get out of this inning. In this inning thus far, though, it's been a costly error. A single, a double. So 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 hits thus far. Here's a swing and fouled it back to the screen. Ball got by the catcher, but it's because it was foul. 4th inning, 3-2. Good ball game thus far. Have a little bit of everything. Here's EK's pitch. Elrod delivers, and staying alive was late swing by Sprinkle, but she fouled it back in the screen. Both pitchers have been in trouble pretty well every inning. Both teams have had runners in scoring position except one when Tipton Rosemark went 3 up, 3 down an inning ago. We're in the 4th in a 3-2 TRA over USJ lead. Boy, she almost fished for that. Sprinkle did, but check swing and right call by Mr. Blue. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 in and 2 out. Here's the pitch. Ball gets by the catcher. Couldn't tell here. We'd have to go back to the center field shot and look at that one. Must have been low. Got by the catcher, but the runner advances to third. So the runner at third, and Tipton Rosemark a chance to do more damage. 2-2 count. Elrod trying to get out of this trouble here. Popped foul and stays in play, and a nice effort there at the time, but to no avail. Was good hustle by L.K. Prater. Dove after it, but couldn't come up with it. Wonderful day for softball. Very nice breeze today, blowing out toward left field. 72 when we started. Can't beat the weather except the rain coming in later. Heavy rain possible tomorrow. Here's the pitch. High. 3 balls, 2 strikes. When I say heavy rain, a lot of rain, I should say. But up to this point, no severe forecast yet, so that's good news. Then rain maybe into Friday morning. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that's going to be a base hit. Sprinkle singles out to right, and she drives in the runner. And coming across to score was Nauman. And just like that, it's a 4-2 game. Boy, coaches, fans have to love the 2-out hits. Elrod was close to getting out of that inning, but couldn't do it. Great little pitcher out there. Stepping in now will be Caroline Jones, who had an RBI earlier in the first inning. Runner breaks and goes to second. And now she's going to go to third as the ball gets by. Now here's a throw to third. She slides in there. Well, stolen base. Then you got to give an error on the catcher, as it was a low throw that skittered by the infield. Maddie Pope came in very quickly, but threw it a bullet to third, but unable to get her. Jones steps in now with a runner at third, so they're right back scoring position again. 4-2 ball game. Here's the pitch, and that one hit hard, but almost hit the runner down there. And a foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tipton Rosemark, really nice town down in the western portion of the West Tennessee area, but always a tough place for us to get to, and on nights, basketball especially. Here's the pitch. Driven hard out to a center fielder, but drifting back is Pope and gathers it in. Had her played beautifully there. Shade her a little bit toward left, and that's the situation. Well, 3 across the board. We'll give you the hits when we come back. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. USJ will have to be the comeback Bruins today. They're down 4-2. Stay with us, a minute break. Stay with us, everybody.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Thank you very much, Alyssa. Good, great job there, Ms. Thatch, along with Paul Schultze. Alyssa and Dave McCulley with you. Diamond Dave this afternoon on this Wednesday afternoon. We've been staying so busy lately, I have to pause for a moment to remember what day it is. I hope that rain does move out by tomorrow night, because I don't want rain delays Friday for softball at the collegiate level. Don't forget, we have baseball for you here on Worthy Road Studios Friday night. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. Leading off this inning and grounding down to short, and a nice pickup. And just 1 pitch and 1 swing and 1 out by Golden. On the 6-3 putout, shortstop Harrison, we talked and bragged about her at the plate. Man, she's pretty smooth out there. We got some really good shortstops in this district. You look at USJ's Ayers, youngster over at Jackson Christian, she's really smooth as well. So 1 up and 1 out, and 1 down, I should say. And now we'll step in. Rains. Rains grounded out, second to first, her first time up. Swing and a miss. Usry getting in the groove. When you're ahead like this, 4-2, your coach says, don't throw anything, just throw at them, make them hit it. Let your infield or let your fielders do the work for you. Here's the pitch. That one out to right field, and that's going to get down. And a nice play there by the right fielder coming in to cut it off, but it sort of died out there like one of my 6-irons. And it was, in this case, the 6th hit of the game by Lauren Raines, or by USJ. Raines gets the single. And it's MP Redden stepping in. So 1 on, 1 out. Ball looked like it was hit harder than it was, and then just sort of got out there and like a dying duck, just fell to the green grass. A ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Redden grounded out to the third baseman, her first time up. First baseman, third baseman up a couple of steps in front of their bags. Short and second, back, regular position. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. On deck, the very dangerous Halen Ayers, who has 2 singles, both of the infield variety thus far. Usry will bring it home. Here's the pitch. Big one here. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Runner at first. Bruins could get something going, especially with Ayers and Polk, the speedsters coming up 1-2 next. Here's the pitch on the 3-0 count. Strike. Redden steps out. You see on deck there, Ayers. There's a good shot of Usry from the third base camera. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Popped out to right field, and it gets by the right fielder. And it's going to be the runner moving over to second and down to over to third, I should say, from second. And that one, a seeing eye hit that time. And the right fielder did all she could to come up, but no chance to catch that by Laney Howell. And runners were at the corners, so 2 singles. Neither one of them hit very hard, but right in the right place. And now stepping in is Ayers. She had a bomb the last time we were out here to right field. USJ Bruins would like to see one of those right now. Usry said, nope, going to try to keep it away from her. What do you do with her here, though? Here's the pitch. Inside, stays there. 1 ball, no strikes. If you get it inside to her, she'll really can pop that thing out to right. If you get it outside, she can just dribble that ball, and she's going to get the runner probably home on contact and probably beat it out. Pick your poison with Ayers. Halen Ayers. Here's the pitch by Usry. Pop foul back to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've got some rockabilly baseball games we're going to tell you about here in a few minutes. The rockabillys. Looking forward to that. I'm going to have to, since Paul's doing those games, here's the pitch. Driven hard into center field. That's going to bring 1 run home. Runner at first, round second, goes to third. She'll be in there safely. And Ayers just a rocket. I mean a rocket to center field. And the center fielder did a good job getting over there, cutting that thing off. Or another one's going to score. Jones did a good job, and they're going to have a meeting of the minds at the mound. And that makes it a 4-3 game. That third hit of the game by Ayers and an RBI. We mentioned the BallGame Blitz Sports Network as we take a break here. The Worthy Road Studios will be live streaming the Rockabilly baseball games this summer. That's at the Prospect League Network. The Major League Baseball quality broadcast will be announced by Worthy Road Studios pretty soon. The announcers likewise, highlight videos for both home and away games will be released on the Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel. Subscribe today to your YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers who make Worthy Road Studios a part of their everyday life. The BallGame Blitz and Rockabilly Baseball. Sounds like a double whammy and a winner for me. That's right. Well, I know you doing the games. I'm probably going to get free passes to the games, probably, hopefully, too. Yeah. You have to put my name on the pass list. Yeah, I'll be more than glad to. I love minor league baseball. Here's the pitch. And Ayers goes untouched down to second. And a wise decision by the catcher, just threw it back to Usry. Johnny had already told Raines, he told his catcher in this case, that's Allie Willis, just throw it back to the pitcher. You're not going to throw her out. So runners now at second and third. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. A swing and a miss by Pope. She's walked and singled thus far. 4-3, we had a little bit of everything. Been a good ball game to call today. In the bottom of the fourth, USJ trying to rally here. They rallied earlier, took the lead, gave it back up. Now they're trying to get it back. Here's the pitch, Usry. There's a dribble down to third, and they come home with it, and she's safe. That's going to be a hit. And now Pope goes down to second, and they have to just eat it there. And she made a big turn at first, and they did all they could that time, and that's going to be a single by Pope. A good throw might get her, but that's a hit and an RBI by Pope. That now, folks, is 4 hits in the inning. Is that right? Now we've got a meeting at the circle again. We're going to have a pitching change, apparently. The catcher did a good job in this case. Allie Willis going out to catch that throw, but it was an errant one. And we've got a pitching change. It looks like Neely Grantham is going to come in and pitch. Grantham had been playing first base, so we'll have to do some double whammies on our sheet. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. And USJ's tied the game and threatening to take the lead after this on Worthy Road Studios.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Well, the Bruins have rallied here to tie the game, 4-4. Welcome back, everybody. Diamond Dave with you. Some other announcements for you. Remind you again that USJ and Jackson Christian, how many times have they met on the turf, on the diamond, on the hardwood, tennis courts, you name it. Too many to count and keep up with, I know, but you'll have another version of the USJ Jackson Christian rivalry this coming Friday night. Middle School Championship Baseball, and Paul and the gang will be there to bring you all the action. Coach Joe will be in his rare form as always. I might watch some of that on the way back from covering Senior Day at Bethel with doubleheader in softball. Here's, I'll tell you something about that in a minute. Here's the first pitch, driven hard but foul. The hitter this time is L.K. Prater. Friday will be a doubleheader. Saturday, rain or weather permitting, will be a single game. It'll be my 119th, 120th, and 121st home affair we've covered Shannon this year. They pay me well, but they don't pay me enough. Here's the pitch. Strike. Nice pitch by the righty. So they've gone from the righty to the lefty. So the first baseman and pitcher just switched as Grantham came in to pitch, and Usry moves over to first. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball, but caught by the shortstop. What a nice play. You got to love, no matter who you pull for, this Harrison kid. I mean, that was a nice play. They were pulled in a little bit, trying to protect the runners at second and third. You got a big smile on her face, and well, she should. But, I mean, she stuck, and that thing stuck right in the web of the glove out there. Nice play. 2 outs. Boy, that thing was a floater, and it froze. You see Elrod, EK stepped out and looked over at the dugout and just sort of giggled. You don't see that in the big leagues, but it's okay, EK. We can do it in softball. I would have giggled, too. She was froze. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, fastball. Went with a slow pitch the first time, came in that one. I'm telling you, this kid looked like she got a good arm. Grantham can bring it home. 2 balls, no strikes. Trying to get out of the inning with a tie game. Runners at second and third. Driven hard out to center fielder. The center fielder breaks. Goes off the wall out there. Both runs are going to score. And a stand-up double by E.K. Elrod, who helped herself. That's a second 2-run double. USJ's head of the game, and they take the lead now at 6-4. That ball was a rocket hit off the paw print out there on the Lady Bruin softball wall. The center fielder had a good break on it, but she was hit so hard, there was no way that Caroline Jones could get back and get it. So a 2-run double by Elrod, 11 hits in the game now. And here's Taylor Shands up there. She had the 2-run double back an inning ago. It's a 6-4 game. Back and forth affair. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Shannon hadn't been here today, her dad, but Mom, she may be down there. I haven't seen her. It's hard for me to see up here. We sit back. Great vantage point right behind home plate. You see Grantham step back on the rubber, and she'll bring it home to Shands. Here's a good look at 2 young stars. That one foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grantham will step back in, step on that rubber and bring it home. The righty. Here's the pitch. popping the mitt that time, but high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. She'll walk back off the circle a little bit, gather her thoughts. You see a shot there in the foreground of Joel Ayers, the fine coach of USJ. Does a double duty out here, softball and basketball. Girls basketball had a fantastic year. Here's the pitch. And dribble down to second. And they'll throw out underhanded scoop. And finally, TRA is out of the inning. Grounds out, 4-3. We'll gather our thoughts when we come back. We played 4. We go to the top of the 5th. We'll give you the line score when we come back after this with USJ leading 6-4. Stay with us on Worthy Road Studios.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Been a pleasure to work some USJ and Jackson Christian games with you. Of course, we primarily do the TCA games with Paul and Worthy Road Studios, but great during this spring to bring you some extra duty on my part anyway, and regular duty on Worthy Road Studios with USJ and Jackson Christian. So it's been fun. Leading off the top of the 5th and a 2-run USJ lead is Lainey Howell. She's walked and popped up to second. So EK now, Elrod, with a chance to get a win. She's up 6-4. That one pops straight up in the air to short and errors. Easy play. Can't of corn that time. And she's out. So easy doing there for EK. Easier looking, I'm sure that it is. And here's Neely Grantham stepping in. She's walked and struck out. Grantham started at first, now pitching. So a chance for her to help herself. Outside, a little hitch in her swing. Looked like when she was going to swing that time. Steps out, looks down at the dirt. You see EK stepping back in the circle there. She'll bring it home to Grantham. Here's the pitch. Boy, that thing hit right back at us. Paul is ducking back here. That's right. I never flinched. 1 ball, 1 strike. Really glad Miss Kimmery from Fed Academy's okay. She was hit yesterday in the, we didn't see it. That softball can hurt. There's a ball outside, a little low, 2 balls and a strike, but that's why our game, we'd given the starting lineups and the senior duties, activities, ceremonies, and then everyone went home. Here's the 2-1 count. I walked in the door. My wife said, "What are you doing home so early?" And I said, "Well," I told her what happened. 3 balls and a strike. Thank for the good Lord that she's okay. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Pop back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We have some good friends down at Fed Academy. Amy Moore, one of the great basketball players in the district. Good friend of ours. Her mom and grandmother and granddad and stepfather, brother and sister. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Inside and a walk. Amy is headed to the Naval Academy. Her brother's already there. Here's Grantham with a walk. And we'll go back and double check. That is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th walk of the game. EK's given up. Stepping in now will be Addie Thorpe. She grounded out to short last time up, grounded out to second her first time up. Here's the pitch. And a pop-up out to second, and the runner stays at first. And in this case, Abby looked like she was going to throw there, Abby Brown, but just held on to it because the runner got back easily. So Thorpe pops up to second. Here's Addie Allie Willis. Willis has popped up to third and is singled in the game. Here's the pitch. Driven right back where it came from. A single into center field. The ball sort of died out there, and coming in very quickly is Pope and holds the runner at second base. So at first and second now, the Lady Rebels are trying to rally. Both teams have done that a couple of times today. Did we get a punch runner, Shannon? Is that? That's your daughter. It's Zadie back in there. Yeah, Zadie Rayburn, who scored early. So runners at first and second. Stepping in now will be Usry. That hit a moment ago, the 6th hit of the game for the Lady Rebels. USJ has 10 in the game. I think I had them with 11 earlier. They have 10 now, actually. A strike. No balls and a strike. Elrod will bring it in. Here's the pitch. That one's way high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-4. Elrod trying to hang tough here and protect this 2-run lead. We're in the 5th. Elrod will bring it in. Here's the pitch. Popped straight up. Elrod says, let me have it. And she does. And it's an out. No runs. 1 hit. 2 left. No errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. USJ leads the game 6-4. This is USJ Softball on Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz. Stay with us.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Hey, Alyssa tells me we're back. Ms. Thatch, the graduate assistant over at Union University. What was your major again? Okay, getting her master's, going back to San Antonio. Paul and I was telling you she'll probably move to Dallas and be in charge of the CBS affiliate there before it's over said and done. That's right, buy the company. Here is leadoff hitter in the 6th for the Bruins, or bottom of the 5th, I should say. Abby Brown. She singled and struck out. She'll say, Mr. Schultz, you remember when I worked for you? And he'll say, yes. And she'll say, well, I'm going to come up and buy your company now. 6'4". She'd be nice to him because Paul's a really nice guy to work with. And 6'4". Here's the pitch. Foul back. That's right. She'll say, what's the old guy doing that used to do the games with you? Paul say, he's still around. He hasn't retired yet. She said, well, he wasn't too bad. I might have a place for him to do a game or two. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. 3 balls and a strike. The way the media business is going these days, I don't know if I'd buy a company or not, Paul. You know what I mean? At the big time level. We're big time here, though. 3 balls and a strike, Paul is. All these cameras. Here's the ball out to short. And Harrison drifting back. And with really pretty, make it look easy, pop up to 6th spot. Don't forget, Paul was telling me with the Rockabilly baseball games this summer, they'll start in June. There's going to be double cameras, replays, all sorts of ways you can watch the game and enjoy it. Once you get out and support the Rockabillys, when you can't be there, I want you to watch it. Worthy Road Studios be live streaming the Rockabilly baseball games this summer. Man, it's going to be fun. Here's a pitch. Ball low. I'm ready for minor league baseball to come back. It was really a nice thing that had going here for a while. Beautiful park out there. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's going to get through. And it's going to be a base hit for Ellie Golden. Well, Golden had popped up and grounded out. This time she comes in with the 11th hit of the game for USJ. So a one-out rally. Is it forthcoming? Here's Lauren Raines stepping in. Lauren has grounded out to second and has singled in the game. 6-4. Infielder even at the bag at first and second or third, maybe a step or two up. Outfield again, no disrespect to Lauren. They're not playing her very deep at all. Center fielder's way up, as well as the right fielder. Left fielder's back a little bit almost. And now the umpire steps out, takes his mask off, and he's talking to Grantham. I'm not sure what that was about, but she acknowledged in a positive way. 1 ball, no strikes. Looks over at the dugout now. Johnny's going to come out and talk to her, Coach Fratello. I remember doing some basketball down there. Did his son play basketball? I thought so, yeah. Pretty good little guard, I remember, if I remember correctly. 6-4. We've done the basketball games and football games, TRA. Nice football press box down there. 6-4. Shannon, what's your PA guy's name again down there? Football. I know him just as well. He went to Lambeth. He's at Lambeth the same time I did the games over there for 18 years. Here's the pitch. Popped out to right field, drifting back. Shands drifting back, and nice play there. Stuck right with it. Oh, that's not Shands, excuse me. That's the right fielder for TRA. I apologize. That was Howell drifting back. So, Raines flies out. Got pretty good bat on it. But the 9 spot, and it brings up MP Redden, where Mary Payton needs to come through here. 1 on, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. USJ down 6-4. Here's the pitch by Grantham. That one hit hard out to left field. It's going to get over the left fielder's head. Going to roll all the way to the fence. They're going to bring the runner around second. Going to bring her to third. She's going to bring her home. Joel's got the wheels on her. She will slide in, and she is out. Coach Ayers not happy with the call. Golden tried to slide under the tag, but the umpire said, nope, they got her. Coach Ayers Gamble bringing her in, and it paid off for TRA instead of USJ. Well, the out of the plate makes it still 6-4. We'll sort it all out when we come back for the top of the 6th. This is USJ Softball on Worthy Road Studios.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
You can tell Alyssa's in the media. When she told me it was 10 seconds to come back, she didn't say 10, she said 10. You know, that's media talk, you know what I mean? So, first thing they teach you. And it might be 10 down in Texas, but up here it's 10. Yeah, we're still in the South ourselves. Well, we go to the 6th. Enough levity as we get ready now to get down to serious business. As EKO Elrod trying to keep it just to a 6-4 deficit at the moment. Or, excuse me, a 6-4 lead, trying to keep TRA at bay here. Did a good job once USJ got the lead, protecting it. And leading it off now. Nauman, is that right? She flied out. And did he swap out? Who? Number 7, Anston Glass. Thank you, Shannon. When you get older, the first 2 things that go are your legs and your eyes. And I've had surgery. Glass Aniston will step in, just an 8th grader, infielder and outfielder, all versatile kind of player for Lady Rebels. Trying to get a 2 run deficit rally going here, wearing Mickey Mantle's number 7. She'll take the first pitch, or take this pitch outside, or excuse me, inside and high. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-4 your score. We've been a seesaw battle for the most part. Here's the pitch, and hammered. I mean, hit hard out to left field. So Glass off the bench comes in with the single, and that brings up Harrison. Harrison, we bragged about her, has doubled, walked, and struck out. Well, a leadoff single by Glass has something going for the Lady Rebels. Lady Bruins trying to keep them at bay. Glass looked like she was going to fake and go to second. She didn't. She hustles back. Golden, couple steps up from the bag. Meanwhile, third baseman likewise. That's Prater. Here's a pitch low, 2 balls, no strikes. Ayers pretty well regular position at short. Second baseman Prater shifting over toward first a little bit. This one is foul back to the left, and it makes it 2 balls and a strike. H&M Construction, Great American Sports, Red Hook Restaurant, Carlock Prestige, Fleet Feet. That was sort of a half-hearted, like, I think I'm going to bunt. No, I don't think I'm going to. Sort of a swing by Harrison. And it's a strike. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The governor just will not leave me alone today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And she was frozen. And didn't miss by much, but missed a little bit. Runs the count to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, no one out in the top of the 6th. And Harrison, a good at bat, drew that walk. So runners now at first and second. Tying run at first. And Lola Sprinkle steps up. She struck out twice, but singled the last time up. She'll step in from the left side, and the lefty Elrod getting a little bit more deliberate out there now. Here's Elrod's pitch. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. So Elrod trying to snuff out what would be a rally for the Lady Rebels. Here's the pitch. Hit hard out to left field. That's got to get in the gap and roll all the way to the fence. Both runs are going to score to tie the game. And it will be sprinkled down to second. Another 2-run double in the game. USJ's had a couple of them. And now TRA comes back. You get the alphabet mixed up, Diamond Dave. And TRA, in this case, a 2-run double, RBI double, that ties the game at 6. You knew when that thing left the bat, it had a chance to get to the wall, and it did just that, all the way to the fence out there. And still no one out. So a single, a walk, and a 2-run RBI double. And now here's a bunt, and she may beat that out. And they throw it away. And the runner scores to give Tipton Rosemark the lead. That's going to be an error on the throw. Elrod shaking her head a little bit out there. I think we can give her a single. Again, my scoring is very lenient. I'm going to give her a single and then an error on the throw. And no one's disagreeing with me in the press box, so I'm just going to go with that. 7-6. Well, USJ's giving up the lead. They'll have to rally now. Here's another bunt attempt, fouling it back. Jones down at second. So this inning has been a strange inning. A single, a walk, a 2 RBI double, a single and an error, and just like that, 3 runs were across, and here's a pop-up. Ayers will settle under it at short. Throw to second. That's a little closer than I think TRA would like to have had it, but she got back in time. And this brings up Neely Grantham. Grantham has walked, struck out, and walked. 7-6. We've been back and forth all day from the get-go in this thing. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside portion of the plate. Tipton Rosemark led 1-0. USJ took the lead 2-1. They took it back at 3-2. Here's another pitch. Hey, Grantham said, yep, it was a strike. Shaking her head in a positive fashion, although it was a negative result. Took something off them. The USJ crowd saying one more. Here's the pitch. That one. No, she caught looking. Oh, my goodness. That hit the black of the plate out there. And Elrod, who's really good at that, a la Greg Maddox of the big leagues. And she was caught looking. Grantham, that's the second time she struck out tonight. She's had the best and the worst. She's walked twice, she struck out twice. Here's Thorpe. Strike. And Elrod battling now after giving up the lead. Got a little bit of a attitude about her. Do you like that? Say no more. She's going to get out of this inning. Thorpe has grounded out twice and popped up the last time up. There's that off-speed pitch again, and you saw Thorpe sort of do a little double hitch. Couldn't pull the trigger. No balls, 2 strikes. Nice pitch. Addie Thorpe, designated player, wearing number 25. Here's the pitch. And went out there to protect that because the last time she saw a pitch out there was a strike. Her teammate just caught looking. Fouled it off and stayed alive. We're in the 6th. USJ now down 7-6. Here's one popped up right behind us here. Remains no balls, 2 strikes, 1 on in a 7-6 game with 2 outs. TRA has rallied to score 3 in the inning. Here's the pitch. Outside, way outside this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Everybody, a good pitch. Tried to get her to go fishing, and Thorpe wouldn't have anything to do with it. It's the red and blue and white Tipton Rosemark against likewise USJ. Teams really look a lot alike. This one foul back. Thorpe stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. District ball game today with both of these teams battling. Here's one hit out to second, and it gets by the second baseman, and the runner's going to come to the plate and score. Sliding in there, Grantham with the left hand gets in, and that's going to be a hit. Well, you could score that an error, really, to be honest with you, and I think that's going to have to be an error. Love Abby Brown to death, but we're going to have to do an error on that one, I think. The runner scores, and now it's an 8-6 game. Boy, Elrod was so close to getting out. That was a good at-bat, really, by Thorpe that time. She stayed alive. Remember, she was down 0-2 in the count. Kept battling, foul a couple back on the screen. Got to give her credit for that. Here's one hit, and Ayers will field it and throw to first. High throw, but out. Golden pulled it down. Well, 3 runs on, let's see how many hits in the inning. 1, 2, 3 hits, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Now USJ will have to come back. They're down 8-6. Stay with us a minute on Worthy Road Studios.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Worthy Road Studios. Remember, folks, to make sure our sponsors know that you appreciate the telecast. No one does it any better than Paul Schultz and the gang. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of this game today and all the other activities that Paul's involved with Worthy Road Studios without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. Well, Shannon came through for me, And Mr. Raven came through, and it's Kerry Vaughn is the voice of the football PA guys down at Tipton Rosemark. Kerry's a Lambeth guy. We Lambeth folks stick together. Enjoy my stay at Bethel, but I still miss my Lambeth days. Well, leading it off, and the Lady Bruins will have to mount a comeback. Here is Ayers. She's singled all 3 times she's been up. Here's the pitch. Tried to bunt it. And a foul. It's no ball, strike. Well, remember Ayers and Polk. They are so quick. If they could just get contact, they've got a good chance to get on. Third baseman playing way up. In this case, trying to negate that bunting ability. Grantham now, like Elrod, she's got a 2-run lead. See if she can protect it for the Lady Rebels. Lady Bruins hoping not. Ayers trying to get something started here. And there's that ball hit down to, and now the runner, Ayers, will go to second. Third baseman fielded that ball and then sort of half-heartedly was going to throw it to first, and there was no one there. It's going to be an error on the throw, but Ayers is going to beat it out anyway. I mean, she is just so darn good at getting contact and getting on. You just got to be quick as a cat. Thank you, sir. Got to be as quick as a cat to throw her out because she is just quicker than a cat. She's down at second now on a single and an error. So after some errorless ball the first several innings, both teams have imploded a little bit with that stat. Pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Ayers down at second. She's a nightmare for an opposing coach. Ayers is. Here's Grantham's pitch. That one hit foul. Third baseman in there now is Aniston Glass at third, and she was breaking in a little bit, thinking it's going to be a swinging bunt. It was sort of that, but it was hard hit. Luckily for her, it went foul. 8-6 your score. USJ down by 2. Maddie Polk trying to keep this inning going here. Fouls it back. Polk and Ayers both do really good jobs of just making contact with the ball and just putting it in play. Now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike. In the hole is Polk. She's walked and singled twice in the game. Here's the pitch. And hits that one down to second. They've got a chance to throw out, and they do. Let's see, she's out. Yes. Bang, bang play, but Polk is out on the fielder's choice. 4-3. Ayers on the play, moves over to third base. Polk hit that a little bit too hard. Second baseman did a good job. No panic and sprinkle. She fielded that cleanly, and then it was a bang, bang play at first. But Usry was over there and fielded it cleanly. So now, runner at third, tying run at the plate, and L.K. Prater. She struck out, sacrificed. Remember the sack she had that runners moved over to second and third, then she slid out, or popped up, I should say. Here's a pop-up, straight up in the air. Second baseman says, I've got it, and she does. Big at bat and a big out. Oh, my goodness. That was a huge out for Grantham. Prater not happy with herself. And here's E.K. Elrod. Remember E.K. last time up had the 2-run double, 2-run RBI double. Needs a big 2-out hit here. She's flied out to right, struck out, and the 2-run RBI double. Elrod trying to help herself, pops this one up in the air, and the center fielder breaking in, has it. Too high to get down, and after all of that, it is Grantham working out of trouble. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, or 1 error, 1 left. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 8-6, Tipton Rosemark. Stay with us, everybody.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz making it possible for you to watch and listen today to USJ softball. The Lady Bruins now trying to snuff out any kind of thoughts of more runs by Tipton Rosemark here in the top of the 7th, as the Lady Rebels lead the Lady Bruins 8-6. Leading off here in this 7th inning. That Usry's up there. She's single, double, and flying out to center. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Outfielders playing pretty well straight away. Again, in softball, you see the third baseman, first baseman, for the most part, every at bat, playing up a little bit. Here's another pitch outside the strike zone. 3 balls, no strikes. EK trying to battle here to keep it just to a 2-run deficit. Elrod back on the rubber, and here's a ball knocked down. That's going to be a hit. Golden knocked it down, but couldn't do anything with it. And Usry will get the single. Another hit for TRA. Looking back at my running sheet, 6, 7, 8. Unofficially, we had them with 10 hits. USJ has 10 as well. Right now, though, 2 more runs by Tipton Rosemark. They lead the game 8-6. Now stepping in will be, here's the play, a little bunt, and that's a nice play by Elrod, who fielded that and got it on the pop-up and got the runner on first, so the DP. All right. Ball hit a little bit too hard. Elrod had a nice break on it, stayed with it, and the double play. So that's going to be a pop-up to 1, then 1-3 on the put out. 1 actually, it was the second baseman covering over there, Brown. Here's a ball that's just barely fair, and now bobble, and it's Harrison scooting in and with ease down at second base. That ball just barely fair. I mean, just inside the white line down there. No chance for it to be caught down there. And Harrison gets a double. That's her second hit of the game. She's been on base 4 of the 5 times she's came to the platter. Here's Lola Sprinkle. Boy, remember the big hit she had an inning ago. Here's one pop foul. Guys down to the Gator, they never moved down there. No balls and a strike. Sprinkle has struck out twice, single, and then had the 2-run RBI double. One of the biggest hits of the game. Here's the pitch. Inside, stays inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Appreciate Shannon working the board over here. It's helped me out a lot. 1 ball, 1 strike. His daughters play on the team. Zoe and Zeta. I like those names. 2 balls, strike. I went to a high school with a gal named Zera, Z-E-R-A. Yeah. 2 balls and a strike. 8-6. Here's the pitch. Strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Her dad, her name was Zara Scott. I don't know how I remember that. Her dad was the graphic artist for WMC TV. Dave Brown was my mother's next door neighbor for years over in Arlington. Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I still watch Channel 5 out of Memphis, I guess because my mother did all those years. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And it's high. And a walk to Sprinkle. That's the 6th walk of the game by TRA. They've had good plate awareness today. And stepping in now will be Caroline Jones. Remember, it seems like a couple hours ago, and I guess it was, when Caroline had the RBI that drove in Harris in the first run of the game. We've been back and forth ever since. Here's a pitch and pop foul out of play down to the behind first base. No balls and a strike. 8-6. Well, Paul, you've been very fortunate to have a young lady like Alyssa working for you. You've got some good people working for you, don't you? Yeah. You've got a lot of young people that really have a great passion, absolutely. Here's one that's hit hard but fouled down the left field line. So it's no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on, and a 2-run game. USJ down by 2. From the camera angles to the replays to Summer and Eric. Yes, Summer Sturgis has been with you. She's done a great job through the years. She's only just a young lady, but here's the pitch. And a strike. Caught looking was Grantham. And that ends the inning. Oh, that was Jones, excuse me. Well, no runs, no hits, or 1 hit, I should say, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Can the Bruins come back? We'll find out right after this. They trail 8-6 here on Worthy Road Studios.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Paul Schultze and I talk quite frequently, but he had told me off mic that BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios would cover the Rockabilly baseball games. But we made it pretty well official today, didn't we, Paul? Covering the games. Here's the pitch to lead off the inning is Shands. Taylor trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 7th. Her team down by 2. Does USJ have a 3-run rally here? I'd take 2 right now to tie and send it to extras. Here's the pitch. That one hit hard, but well out in front of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Abby Brown. But the BallGame Blitz, Worthy Road Studios, Rockabilly Baseball out at the park. Prospect League Baseball on the network. Great quality broadcast. Quality announcers. Highlight videos for both home and away games. That'll be released on the Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel. Subscribe today to YouTube and join all of us and all the other 4,000 subscribers who enjoy our productions. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Shands went fishing and struck out. Not a good way that the Bruins wanted this inning to start. Taylor's a great player, but couldn't come around on that one. Here's Abby Brown stepping in. She singled, struck out, and popped up to short. 8-6 game. Grantham, who came in relieving Usry, has done a great job. Usry pitched well, but then she moved over to first base. They swapped positions, and Grantham she's thrown the ball really hard. 1 ball, no strikes. The first one missed the strike zone. She'll peer in again and bring it home. That one popped up. Third baseman will drift under it in foul territory. And 2 up, 2 down. Well, Ella Golden will try to keep it alive. She's out on a fielder's choice, 5-3. Grounded out 6-3. Then single her last time up. So USJ down to the last out of the game, trailing 8-6. Here's the pitch. Hit hard, but foul down the third base line. On deck will be Lauren Raines. She single, had 1 of 3 of the game. So Tipton Rosemark trying to go back home, go west with a win. USJ trying to stay alive in this thing, down 8-6. Remember, USJ had a 2-run lead, but let it get away. A couple of big innings for Lady Rebels. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grantham trying to get the win here. Here's the pitch. Strike. Inside portion of the plate. Coach Harris says, hang in there, kiddo. Need you to make contact. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down to the last strike of the game. Grantham checking the wristband. The righty will bring it in, wearing the long sleeves today. Wind has subsided here pretty well. This one, Golden stays alive, fouls it down to the right, out of play. USJ softball, baseball, brought to you on Worthy Road Studios along with TCA, Jackson Christian, Union. Track last night, Paul tells me, and tennis. Here's the pitch. That one hit, fouled again. You had, 4 things going last night, you told me? Is that right? 4? Softball, baseball. Don't forget Friday night, USJ Jackson Christian Middle School Championship Baseball. 6 o'clock every time, right? Coach Joe, instant replay. All right. Slow motion. Joe will have to talk in slow motion. Joe, something Joe's never been accused of with Mr. B and yours truly. Here's the pitch. Hit hard out to left, but drifting back. This game is over. Golden made really good contact, but 3 up, 3 down, and Grantham gets the win as Tipton Rosemark wins the game 8-6. Let's take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break. Alyssa, we'll come back and recap it with the ball game today with the hits and errors and so forth. But congratulations to TRA, and there'll be other days for USJ. The final score here, Lady Rebels 8, Bruins 6. We'll be back after this 2-minute message on Worthy Road Studios. See you, buddy. Be careful going home. All right, man. Thanks for your help.
Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, OnCloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise, and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
The final line score in this game, Lady Rebels, Tipton Rosemark, they win the game 8-6, 8 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. Your Lady Bruins today, 6 runs, 11 hits, and 3 errors. Highlighting the game, Harris had 4 at-bats, 4 hits for USJ. In the ball game, it was a big 2-run double, 2-run RBI double by E.K. Elrod. And the Lady Bruins, though, come up short. They lose the game 8-6. Let's remind you that today's telecast has been brought to you by Jackson State Community College, Jones Chevrolet, Blacksmith Restaurant, Thompson & Smith Insurance, Aloha Pools, Jackson State Community College, Elite Dental, Carlock Nissan, Mitchell's Body Shop, McCoy's Heating and Air, Kaufman's Furnishings and Appliances, Arrington Funeral Directors, the Bank of Jackson, Keen Jewelers, Dynamics, also H&M Construction, making it possible for us to be with you today. Great American Sports, Red Hook Restaurant, Carlock Prestige, and Fleet Feet. Let's remind you a couple things, too, that don't forget, coming up Friday night at 6 o'clock, it'll be USJ and Jackson Christian Middle School Championship Baseball. Coach Joe Holloway will have the game for you. Hope you'll stay tuned for that. And it should be a lot of fun with the 0-2 rivals going at it, no matter what the sport may be, USJ and Jackson Christian. And our final reminder today, too, that the BallGame Blitz Sports Network and Worthy Road Studios happy to announce today they'll be live streaming the Rockabilly baseball games this summer, and that in the Prospect League Network and in that league. This Major League Baseball quality broadcast will be announced by Worthy Road Studios announcers. Joe Holloway will lead the lead, we think, there. Highlight videos for both home and away games will be released in the Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel as well. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube channel and join the 4,000 subscribers, I should say, making it possible. There'll be double cameras, replay, all sorts of things that you'll love about minor league baseball and the Rockabilly baseball on Worthy Road Studios this summer. Well, our special thanks to Alyssa Thatch, as she makes her way back to Texas. It's been a pleasure to meet her and work with her, our Union University lovely grad. Paul Schultze on the producing and directing and camera work today as well. For those two fine folks, I'm Diamond Dave McCulley. Done happy final here today for the USJ Lady Bruin fans. We drop it 8-6. Until next time, have a great evening and great week, everybody. I'm Diamond Dave McCulley for Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz. So long from USJ.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.